Greetings, everyone. My name is Altarian, and welcome back to another wonderful episode. Guys, previous episode we have, by accident, stumbled upon the good ending. We became a villager. We obeyed the rules. Life was good. It was peaceful and beautiful, but we are pretty sure that there is something dark, mysterious, and hidden waiting for us. I hope you are as excited as I to see what it is, because I was slightly disappointed that I off the bat chose the right path and not the wrong path. Maybe there is no wrong or right, but anyways, we are back here in our room after the very first day when we arrived. And now we are going to choose to go down for a walk. Yes. Let's go out for a walk. After tossing and turning in bed several times, I finally made up my mind. Although Kung-za said that there are mountain ghosts at night. However, I found it hard to believe in such ghost legends, nor can I grub my curiosity to explore them. If I would be caught by the villagers after going out, I'd just apologize. Now I will probably make something up, like I'm not used to using the urinal or the pot in my room, when I wanted to go outside and take a leak in the grass. After making up a reason, I got up, opened the door. I pulled the wooden bolt that locked the door. Carefully opened it. At night the village is quiet, very mysterious. Moonlight shines like a silver gauze on the muddy stone path. The intermittent sounds of insects can be heard in the distance. This is creepy. Kung-za once said, villagers are forbidden to go out at night. However, there was a dazzling fire on the hill in the west of the village. The dense firelight was particularly dazzling in the dark night. I listened carefully. I could still hear mixed voices coming from that direction. This kind of scene is not like a wildfire, but a campfire party with many people on the mountain. Can it be said that the villagers come out to party at night, maybe? Are the people on mountain villagers? Or rather, they're mountain ghosts, maybe? Oh, I was scared by the idea, I must admit. But if I didn't see it with my own eyes, I couldn't really believe in the existence of mountain ghosts, you understand? Just as I was looking at the fire in the mountain, there was a sudden sound of silver bells ringing in my ears. I looked around, and there was no one. So I couldn't figure out where the sound was coming from. The sound of the wind bells seems to come from somewhere in my brain. Inside my head. And at the same time, I suddenly smelled a very nice fragrance. A strange fragrance came from the east of the village. It was so elegant, made me feel intoxicated. Fragrant and tempted. Interesting. Some charming perfume or something. And okay, it's time to make a decision. Should I walk towards the lightened mountain in the west, or towards the east of the village? Oh no! What if I going to make the wrong? No, wait. We can open the map. Where is the map? Mind map. We are where? We are here. Oh no. This will be probably a very quick ending if we go here. We dead. I think this is the fragrance part, guys. I think if we go here, we die. We get lured by someone or something, and it just kills us straight. Let's ignore the fragrance. Let's try go there. I don't want to die. Trace the light. Kung-za clearly said that there was a rule in the village that people could not go outside. Oh, shoot, no! On the west side of the mountain was a fire, as if there were many people gathering. Perhaps Kung-za moved out mountain ghost to scare me in order to hide some secret. Do mountain ghosts really exist? Tap. I took a step forward towards the west of the village. I crossed the humble bridge and came to the mountain west of the village. on a mysterious pathway, guys. It was a winding trail. It was a winding trail. There was a winding trail leading to the top of the mountain, like a twisted snake. The light around me was very dim, so I walked very carefully, for the fear that I might fall down the mountain. Step by step, to the fire on top of the mountain. Why did the villagers start a fire on the top of the mountain? Are they going to hold a sacrifice ceremony around the fire? Or burn something? There was a smell of alcohol in the air, but it could not be said to be aroma. Not very sure what that means. Because the smell is mixed with blood and grease. That doesn't sound okay, run! I was stunned by the sudden sound. A chilling laughter. This laughter reminds me of laughter of a perverted murderer being electrocuted in an electrical chain, or the laughter of a demon being tormented in the fires of hell. Tormented and mad. Twisted laughter. By listening carefully, in addition to the most obvious laughter I felt, there are more laughter far away. As if there are many, many demons reveling and partying. Mountain ghosts. The words flashed through my mind. Go back first. I stepped back, hoping to turn down immediately.
既然来了，就不要走了嘛！啊！
Since you are here, don't leave. Epic! Awesome! Wow, shit, we are dead, guys. We die here. A trembling voice appeared behind me. I was scared into a cold sweat and wanted to look back. I felt a severe headache, and a numbness spread through my body like an electric current, and hot blood kept flowing from the top of my head. My nerves seemed to be paralyzed. As a result, I couldn't get up and run away. What I could do is to lie on the ground and be slaughtered. No, are we dead?
他就是刚来的那个人，怎么处理的？
Did I choose the wrong thing again? He's the one who just came. How do I deal with it?
吃掉，吃掉吧。
Eat it! Eat it! My vision gradually darkened, and my consciousness dissipated. I opened my eyes. I saw a pair of lamb legs covered with white hair and black hooves. I'm a goat? A goat in a pile of firewood. Why am I a goat? I wanted to scream out in horror, but the first sound that came out was a goat call. The more I panicked, the more I screamed out like a goat, and the sheepfold was full of that sound. Is this a nightmare? What's going on here? How did I get here? Where is this? I thought quickly, but I couldn't remember anything. This kind of feeling is like recalling the dream after waking up for a long time. But it's difficult to retrieve the memory of the dream anyway. Am I really a goat? No way. It's not a goat. What other creature should I be?
大牛，那只羊怪吵闹的，快把它宰了吧。
Daniel! Oh, this goat is making noise. Just kill it already. Okay. I heard a human voice in the distance. A stout man approached the sheepfold with a knife. I saw the human coming towards me with a knife. I realized the danger and began to run away quickly. Unfortunately, my legs were chained to a stake and I couldn't run away. It's over. The man named Anu came towards me. I wanted to make his final struggle, rolling crazily to escape, but he pushed me to the ground. I could only pray to him and looked at him with plaintive eyes, with begging eyes, hoping that as a butcher he would feel pity and spare my life as a goat.
老实点，你们这些畜生，就是给人吃的。不要怪我杀你，来世投胎做人吧。
Don't move. Such livestock are for people to eat. Don't blame me for killing you. Be reincarnated in the afterlife. Then you said it lightly. He wielded the butcher's knife, and at the moment I closed my eyes in despair. My life as a goat is over. Who am I? Am I really a goat? What's wrong? Polymorph. Goat. No! I chose the wrong ending again! Oh no! No, guys! No! Why am I so bad in surviving? We have become a goat! Oh no! No, let's do it again! Again! Guys, look at this! We've got a new choice! Normally there is only the enter choice here. But I think this here is the secret other ending. And what is this to the left? Wow, but no, we are gonna go enter. There we go, my friends, we're back. Hopefully this time I will not be such an idiot. I'll make the right choice. So we will have to go here. Then here again there will be again a different choice. And we need to survive daytime 4. But there are also different endings here. Polymorph goat. Polymorph goat? There are apparently different choices to be... Because since we had the ending escape here, maybe, depending if we, let's say we go to here, maybe we get a chance to be reverted back to a polymorph goat and go here or here. Ah, interesting. Polymorph goat. Are there multiple ways of continuing the story? Maybe that's it, guys. Maybe I can go... No, that's the end. I don't know. That's weird. If we can start over from here, what does that mean? Anyways, right now, we're going to trace the fragrance. I have promised the villagers that I would not come out at night. Yeah? So if I rush to the place, someone's there. It will be too embarrassing to be caught. Also, I'm curious. What might be the source of the fragrance? I stepped away from the populated residential area and walked towards the source of the fragrance. I walked through a repaired muddy stoned path into a cedar forest. This looks beautiful. The cedar trees are arranged neatly with a repaired path. Stone sculptures are placed on both sides of the road, being lit with fainted flames, emitting a strange blue light. I took a closer look at these sculptures, and they were very similar to the one in my room, but not as elaborate. I quickened my pace and ran to the end of the forest. Gradually, in addition to the strange fragrance, there is also, an earthy smell mixed with vapor. What is ahead? I rushed out of the forest, and then I stopped. It's the lake. So beautiful. Oh, it's that animated wallpaper thing again with those flies flying. Oh, beautiful. I love it. This is the first time I've seen the lake of the Peach Blossom Spring. Yeah, because we know we have seen it because we have had a couple of endings now. We even died once. But still. The lake here is surrounded by mountains. So vast. It is impossible to estimate the size of the lake at a glance. There were no waves. And it was as flat as a mirror. Like it had... As a mirror that had never been polished. Before I arrived at this lake, I walked along a narrow path. So when I suddenly came out of a narrow place, I couldn't help feeling that the world is unfolding in front of me. Okay, I get it. So while he was walking down this forest pathway, which was narrow, and I suddenly came in such an open and vast area, so beautiful, he felt like the world is unfolding. But what surprised me more was not the lake. It was the girl in the lake. She wears a long, dark red dress, Her shoulders are exposed in a half costume, with red flowers in the hairpin. Ooh, beautiful. What are these flowers? Interesting. She stood in a lake with her legs immersed in the water, and her clothes were wet, floating like a flower on the water. Doesn't she feel cold? At this point, half of her body is in the water, which should be very cold. He tries to rationalize. She should be Shuangha, right? Although I can only see her back. However, judging by the figure and the hairstyle, no, she's Shuanghua. What is she doing here so late? You know, I never considered that she would sneak out at night like me. I stepped forward and accosted her. She didn't seem to notice me, still looking ahead. Huh? Is she ignoring me? It's a little bit awkward. Okay, the view of the lake is beautiful, don't you think? I've never seen anything like this in the outside world. I continue to speak.
为什么来这里？
She has become very ignorant, I must say, very badass. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? She finally spoke back. She was still looking ahead she was still looking ahead. Just keep it at that. No, I couldn't fall asleep, so I just went out for a walk. I'm sorry, does this break the rule of the village?
白天定的规矩，并不适用于夜晚。
The rules of the day do not apply to the night. She whispered softly, and there was a hint of teasing in the cold words. Ooh. She got up from the lake and walked towards me. She definitely has something witch-like, I must say. Judging from her appearance, she is definitely Shuanghua. However, her temperament this time is quite different from during the day. During the day, she looked like an, unconscious little, no, unconscious, no, it's not the correct term, it's not unconscious, damn, English, come on, translation, innocent little girl. She looked like an innocent little girl. In the evening, she was indifferent, noble, with indescribable affection in her gestures. Just now, half of her clothes were soaked in the water. After getting up, her wet clothes were still attached to her skin and the outline of her legs were clearly visible. I tried to take my eyes off her legs, but I panicked. I collided with hers. She looked at me like a hunter, and her eyes seemed to have magic power that I couldn't look away from. My heart beat slowly, in a rhythm, and my palms started to sweat. I tried to read her eyes, but it seems like I was being pulled by a black hole. Who is she? Is she really Shuanghua? I began to speculate possibilities that Shuanghua is a twin sister. But before I could think about it, she did something that surprised me. She took a step closer, stood slightly on tiptoe, and put her arms around my neck. Then, she kissed me. It was cool, but soft. The intoxicating aroma came upon me, and my breath was filled with a fragrance. My heart suddenly beat faster. My breath became rapid and heavy. And she also cooperated with me to increase breathing, adding a fragrance to the already hot atmosphere. Oh my god! This was not the end. She then bit my upper lip mischievously. Blood flowed out of my bitten upper lip. I was kissed by the ancient girl in a very aggressive way. So I'm going to... Oh no! Actively cater here. Why skater? God damn it. English terms that are being used here are not something I know. Okay, guys. Guys, from what I understand, we are here. We are here. But how come I have 3 choices? What do I do? Panic mode. What do I do? Do we start making out just here right now? Or do we push her away? If you push her away, she'll probably kill me instantly, no? Do nothing. Push. Ah, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to be killed. She's probably a vampire of something. That old guy. That's a freaking wizard, magician. He can polymorph us. Push her away. Actively cater her. No, that's probably what you want to do. Push her away. Do nothing. Do we push her away? Push her away. Oh, is this the good choice? I don't know. This is stressful. What is she doing? The contrast between her in front of me in the daytime and nighttime is just too huge. Makes me very uneasy. I reached out and tried to push her away. Perhaps she sensed my refusal and took the first step back.
今晚到此为止吧。
That's it for tonight. She put her hands behind my back, leaned forward slightly, and smiled at me, softly and mysterious. Is this the end? No, 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 no.
就这样吧。
Well, that's it. She smiled and held out her hand, a string of small bell hanging from her slender waist. She gently shook the bell, and I suddenly felt sleepy, with drowsiness swept over. Then I fell into a deep, deep sleep. At the last moment before I fell asleep, her infamitable smile was the last thing I saw. We are alive. We are alive. We are alive. Oh, we are alive. Oh, I opened my eyes and rolled over. What came into view were so... Yeah, that's the same place. Fact that I'm still in Hue Village. Memories rush into my mind and I remember last night's adventure. Last night I snuck out and met with Shuanghua by the lake. If I remember correctly, she kissed me forcibly. Is it a dream? Or is it true? I quickly rolled out of bed, put on my clothes and went out of the door to verify. And then I saw the bolt hanging safely on the wooden door. Huh? According to my recollection, I fell asleep outside last night and had no memory of how I went back to this room. Want to sleep in this room, I should not walk back by myself, but someone sent me back. But if someone else sent me back, how did a person leave the house and lock the door at the same time? Strange. Seems that last night maybe was a dream. I didn't go out at all. Well, think about it, after going out last night, I did feel dizzy, as if I were walking in a fantasy. Moreover, Shuanghua's personality changed too radical. This unusual affair, as expected, would only be a dream. I pushed the door open. I can't open my eyes quite yet because of the dazzling sunshine. But the fog has dispersed. As the time approaches noon, most of the villagers get up. Not too far, people are getting wood, and others seem to be cutting and preparing firewood. And then they saw me and greeted me warmly. Oh nice, where are we now? Okay, this is more or less what we have seen already. Okay, we are alive. We are alive. We're doing good. Doing good. Okay, so I see a couple of things reoccur. I see. Okay, but we have seen this. Well, good morning. I'm gonna wash my face here, because that we already know. Okay, but now Shuanghua should appear here. Yes. Let's see. Okay, that's the same. I turned around and Xianghua stood behind me. Morning, Xianghua.
早上好。
Well, morning. She nodded shyly. This is still the same. This is still the same.
若想让木桶沉，
She explained to us how we should use it. We know that. Okay, we'll try. We will try. Follow instructions. We get out the water. It worked. We get it out. We clean ourselves. And now we need to have a conversation.
外面的人都是
She asks if we wash it the same, and we explain what a sink is. It's a snake that pours out water in a basket. Okay, now it's really time for a conversation, please.
湖
Okay,
月村有2
she tells us about the
反复
village.
工作身体健壮的老人
Yes,
派过来。
lazy people do nothing. Wanted to learn to work.
我刚才说的是针对村民而言，记名是客人。
Since we are the okay. So we have
神女大人，您
okay.
来了呀！
Let's see if we can skip towards here. She's already seen this.
接下来
She's going to go dancing at this moment. So nice. We finally said it to her. So she's going to
接下来
accompany
只
us.
能陪你去一个地方了。你想去哪？
I don't think we had a choice previously, yeah? So now we say something we didn't before. So when I was dreaming last night, a lake came out, when I was dreaming last night, I dreamt of a lake. I don't know if there's a lake around in the village. If there is a big mountain lake, I want to see
真
it.
巧，我们这儿确实有一个湖。
What a coincidence, we do have such a lake here. Good, take me to see it. We passed through the east of the village through a cedar forest and came to our destination.
快到了，
Jiming, almost here. Shanghai walked straight ahead. She was the first one to reach the end of the forest. Okay, it's the same lake. We are here. We are here. After a moment of blinding, it's just the lake as I've seen it last night. The vast mountain lake surrounded by mountains. When I saw it in my dreams last night, there was no wind. It was more like a mirror. Today the breeze is blowing gently on the lake, and the sun is dotted with a few twinkling points of light on the lake, which was also very beautiful. This lake, I've seen it in my dreams.
嗯，
Really? When I walked through the set of forest just now, I had a feeling that I've been here before. And now as I see the lake, I'm quite convinced. I mean, I came here in my dream last night. The lake at night was so beautiful, but it feels a little bit different somehow. Okay, so Shanghua, I saw her last night, and she was so different from the one in front of me. During the daytime, she's so pure and lovely, gentle and courteous. And at night, she's charming and bold, giving people a complete different feeling. I couldn't help but look at her. And the scene of being forcibly kissed by her in my dreams came in mind.
季明，你为何一直看我？
Jimia, why do you keep looking at me like that? Shanghua lowered her head slightly, clasped her fingers behind her back and held the corner of her clothes, blushing, a little bit shy. Well, I suddenly realized that I had been looking at her, staring at her for quite some time now. And apparently the culture of this village is relatively conservative, so it's not normal for a man to stare at a woman for so long. At this moment, she's just a little bit shy. What am I gonna do? Another choice. Panic. Panic. What do we do? What do we do? I want to use the mind map. I want to use the mind map. Oh no, no, no. Oh, go we there? Go we there? Oh no, no, no. What do we do? Tell her I am practicing Sharingan. Sharingan? What? Is this Naruto? The Sharingan? What the? Why? I praise of her beauty. I confess that I dreamed about her last night. I praise her beauty. No. No, let's confess. Let's confess. I think as we keep everything for ourselves and hidden, I think we will go back to the normal villager ending. So let's confess about the dream. Hopefully we can go that pathway. I've been staring at you for quite some time because I've been dreaming about you.
梦到了我，记迷梦。
Dreaming about me? What was I like in your dreams? Apologies for the rudeness, but I mean your dress was a little bit exposed.
暴露啊！有多暴露啊？
Exposed? Oh my! How exposed was it? I mean, your shoulders, arms, legs were exposed. Your clothes were loose and not properly worn. I recall the appearance of Shanghai at night and described it to her at daytime, no.
外面的男人怎会做这种不纯洁的梦？
Whoa, a man from the outside would have such an impure dream. When she heard me say this, her face turned even redder, and redder, the same color, and the color spread to her ears. She's very cute when she's shy, though. Shanghai and I walked around the lake for a while, and then chose a trestle to sit down for a short rest. At the moment, we are talking about the topic of
我很
dreams.
喜欢星空湖，
I really like the Starry Lake.
小时候我就常来这里玩。那时会坐在湖边，看其他孩子捉蝴蝶。
I used to come to the lake a lot when I was a kid. I would sit here and watch other kids catch
说
butterflies.
起来，每次来这里，晚上都会做些奇怪的梦。
By the way, every time I come here, strange dreams appear during sleep.
很多
Strange
时
dreams?
候都会做噩梦，梦里会看到血，听到很可怕的笑声。梦的内容一醒来就会忘记。
Many times I have nightmares. I could see disgusting blood and hear a terrible laughter. But nevertheless, I forget it all when I wake up. Well, I've had nightmares before and I can still remember them clearly. When I was 6 years old, I often had the same dream. I was running in a tunnel with a bulldozer chasing me, and every time I woke up, I could break out in a cold sweat.
推土机，
Bulldozer? A bulldozer is an engineering machine in the outside world, something like this. I picked up a branch by the lake, using it to draw a bulldozer on the ground. And by the way, the washstand I mentioned last time goes something like this. And I simply drew a washstand with a branch.
原来是这样的啊！
So that's it. I looked at the painting on the soil thoughtfully. By the way, have you ever had a good dream? I asked her with eyes concentrating on her.
有时候会做好的梦。
Sometimes sweet, yes.
最近，我常梦到父母陪在我身边，我躺在一个漂亮的宫殿里，床的周围都是桃花。
Recently, I often dream about my parents staying aside of me. I'm laying in a gorgeous palace with a bed surrounded by peach blossoms. Your parents? I didn't see them yet.
他们已经不在了。
Okay, we've known these guys. This is about the same explanation, just on a different timeline. But we are still okay, I guess, aren't we? We are still okay, we are still alive, and we have progressed a little bit further. I think we chose it correctly, I guess? The light in her eyes dimmed a little. Sorry about
没
that.
关系，
Okay, she had forgotten my appearance. Mountain ghosts. I suddenly noticed the word which was once told by Kungza.
山鬼是山上的妖怪，他们白天躲起来，晚上会出来害人。
Yeah, there are monsters in the mountains who hide in the daytime and hurt people in the night.
山鬼擅长化形，他们会变成村民的样子，迷惑人的心智。
They're good at disguising into villagers and deceiving people's minds. My heart began to beat faster. Last night, I did meet a girl who looked just like Shuangha. Could it be that last night was not a dream? Did I really meet the mountain ghost?
季明，季明，
Jiming! Jiming! Shanghua called out my name softly, taking me back from my thought. Apologies, Emma. I was thinking about something.
季明对山鬼很感兴趣吗？
Are you interested in the mountain ghosts? Sure. I wonder who knows more about them in the
遇
village.
到山鬼的人基本有去无回，即便能活下来，也会逐渐忘记山鬼的事。
People who encounter mountain ghosts basically never come back. Even if they can survive, they will finally forget everything they knew or saw about the mountain
村
ghosts.
东面有个名为清河的女孩，她是村里唯一见过山鬼的人。
There's a girl in this village named Xinghe in the east, and she's the only person in the village who has seen a ghost and is still alive. Oh, someone who has seen a mountain ghost? Oh, it makes me really interested. Shankwa, I have an interest in Xinghe. Could you take me to see her? It's the sick girl from previously. It's the sick girl from previously. I think it is. Let's quickly see.
清河就在屋内，她在遇到山鬼后，既不太轻视，也不愿和村里的人说话。
So that's it. Xinghe's in the house. Her memory is not clear after seeing the mountain ghost. She doesn't like talking to the people in the village.
季明是受到忽月神指引来到这里的人，或许能帮助她。
If you were really guided here by God Hue, then you might be able to help her.
我要去练舞了，记得不要太为难她哦。
I'm going to go practice dancing, but remember not to embarrass her too much, okay? Before leaving, Shanghai exhorted me. After that, she gave me a salute and left. I went to the door of Xinghe and knocked on the door. No one opened. Hello? Xinghe? I'm Yiming, who just arrived in the village. There was no response. Is she not home? I pushed the door open. What? I didn't expect to push it open with a gentle push. I pushed the door, but I didn't expect it to open because I originally considered it being locked. Once the door opened, the sunlight shone from outside into the dark room. After the invasion of sunlight, the room has divided into two areas of light and shade. I looked around and tried to figure out what's there. The room was messy with pots and clothes thrown on the floor. There were also leftovers scattered around, producing this disgusting smell. A girl curled up in the corner of the room like a dirty kitten. She looked 14 or 15, short hair, comely appearance, and a shabby thin cloth, sitting on the ground with her knees in her arms. Clothes were dusty, and there was a small scar on the exposed calf. Seeing her like this, if I hadn't contacted the villagers in advance, I would have suspected that she was abducted. That she was an abducted girl. She should be the one named Xinghe that Shanghua told me about. I'm sorry for barging in without your permission. I just came here into the village a couple of days ago, and I have a couple of questions for you, if I may. If you don't want to answer, I can leave right away. I didn't enter the room because I was afraid of scaring her, so I just stood outside and tried to communicate. And at the same time, I'm carefully watching her reaction, hoping to learn more. She didn't seem to be afraid. She simply looked at me and shook her head. Shaking your head means you don't mind if I stay here? She hesitated, but nodded. Can this girl talk? It seems that we can only communicate by nodding and shaking heads. My name is Yiming, and I heard from the villagers that you have met a mountain ghost. I asked the question calmly, but directly. She was silent for a moment, and then nodded. What does a mountain ghost look like? She looked at me doubtfully, without speaking. It seems that this question is a little bit too vague. Mountain ghost, does it have horns? And does it look like very scary and terrible? She shook her head. A mountain ghost's face is covered with hair and looks like a bear, right? She shook her head again. Okay, so a mountain ghost actually looks like a person, isn't it? I asked tentatively. She nodded, with an uneasy expression. Do you shut yourself in your room every day because you are scared of these mountain ghosts? She nodded again. Do you think the villagers are all good? She shook her head. Later she hesitated and nodded. Her eyes opened. She's becoming scared. Good. One last question, please. Have any other outsiders been here before me? She froze. She has pain, as if she was distressing. She lowered her head and body trembling slightly, and I was shocked by what happened next. I don't know. I thought she's dumb, but she spoke. I thought she was mute. Xinghe seemed uncomfortable when I asked the last question. She was flustered, as if trying to think of something, but afraid to think. I didn't force her to recall anything and quickly ended the questions. After all, I promised Xianghua not to embarrass her, so I decided to find a better time and come again later. The curtain of the night fell. I helped Xinghe clean her room, changed the food, and went back to the house where I lived. The last ray of the setting sun were swallowed up by the night. It's nighttime again. I lay in bed, tossing and turning. I still can't sleep. What exactly is a mountain ghost? Does Xinghe know anything? Since she is so sensitive to my last question, could it be that someone from outside has been there before? Strong curiosity makes me awkward. Awakened. I looked at the stopwatch. Saw at the time. The countdown became 13 hours. 13 hours? So it means 2.5 hours left, and the remaining 15.5 hours at this time yesterday. Stayed at Peach Blossom Spring for a day, 24 hours in total. But the timer has only decreased by 2.5. Must be an error. That's a lot. What merchant sold me this thing? I tried to remember, but I still forget who gave me the timer. What's the plan for tonight? Let's go out and have a look? So what happens last night, a dream or reality? Today, going out again, I will find the answer. I'm walking the streets at night, and the cool wind is blowing the branches with a rustling sound. The moonlight here has an extraordinary magic, and I feel dizzy when I'm illuminated. In order to verify that I'm not dreaming, I just pinch my face. It hurts, so I'm awake. I walked a few steps. It was quiet again. The villagers were supposed to be asleep. Similarly today, like yesterday, was a dazzling fire in the back hill of the West Village, which illustrated that someone was gathering on the mountain. Concerned about the fire, however, I also wanted to look for Xianghua I saw last night. Oh no. Oh no, this is the choice again we have to do. This is the choice we have to do. Daytime line 4. What does that mean, daytime line 4? What are these choices we have to do? Oh my god, what do we do? You know, I think we'll make this decision next episode. Yes, I'm too stressed out to make this choice now. This is probably dead. This is probably alive. But it could be dead this time and this could be alive. We never know. Every day changes. So, we'll make this decision next episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. The story's getting interesting. Dark. Murderous. I wonder if we can survive and unravel the truth. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. And I will see you next episode. Have a good day, everyone.